Yeah, obviously the first inning, they get the quick runs, and that puts you on your heels a little bit. I think he walks 3 in the first, and we don't end up getting one. That kind of, you're hoping that just doesn't keep the momentum going in the wrong direction. But Vance was able to kind of right the ship there and give us 3 more. We able to chip away a little bit. We had another situation with bases loaded that we had a few spots there to score a bunch of runs or have a chance to at least, and we didn't. And those always, you worry that you hope they don't come back to haunt you, that you don't get yourself back in the game right there. But we were able to, keep chipping away and catch them late.
With Vance, was it all along? I mean, he hadn't started in a while, so were you kind of wondering how far he can go, or in terms of being built up to go?
You're wondering a little bit, but he was, once that first inning was over, he seemed good. He felt good. Honestly, I would have sent him back out with the state of our pen today. I would have sent him back out. I had, a few guys out there I didn't want to use, and so I would have sent him back out because he was throwing the ball good. But that probably would have been it. 5 would have probably been the limit, where his pitch count was and where he's been through.
And the bullpen, just some different guys tonight.
Well, Hunter. I didn't want to use Harlan tonight, and Hunter was a guy I would rather have used a little bit later in the left-handed situation, but he ends up giving us 2 right there. I had some their lineup. You can use your lefties, and those 2 innings are huge because it gets us farther back into it, and then we're able to, obviously we're scoring during that time. So those 2 right there were big, and then everybody else kind of came in and did their thing.
Each row get you that double and really kind of get you positioned to tighten it up big at bat.
Yeah, that was obviously a big hit, and their guy was, this guy's got good stuff. Lorenzen throws the ball good, and it looked like he just left something kind of probably, I don't know if he's trying to get there, but, left the ball out over, coming to him a little bit that he was able to hook into that corner. So that was big because you're right, it did set us up and put them in danger.
And then JT with the big homer, and that kind of looked like a Stanton homer.
No, JT's been good. He's been on a little tear here. He's, obviously in Cincinnati and in Texas and here, and, swinging the bat good and all, even not just homers, but he's just swinging the bat good. So, yes.
What do you see power in his game? I mean, where do you see kind of the evolution of that with his swing?
Well, you see, you never want to limit anybody. But I think he's a guy like what we're seeing is a guy that's capable of hitting, extreme velocity. He hits the ball on the fastball. You can't really throw the ball by him. He's hitting lefties this year, which was good because last year I never understood why he didn't hit lefties last year. And I just think his swing's still evolving a little bit. So there's more there. So, again, I don't want to put limits on it, but, obviously he's at 12 now, and you start to see this, you start to think, anything can happen.
Even still small sample size, but each is hitting number in the second half is a little bit closer to last year. And what do you see the difference from first half?
I don't think there's any difference really. Early on, he, obviously besides the result, I don't think there's a huge difference in like his swing. He has had some games where he had a chance to play a little bit, where he got some at bats, put them together, and I think that always kind of helps your timing. So, but I don't see really any true difference. I just, I talked about it, and I believe with you before. Anytime you get one at a time, you just don't know what's going to happen. When you put 3 or 4 or 5 at bats together, then you start to get a little timing. But one a night, one at a time, it's tough to measure success with results of hits. You just have to look at the at bats and see what they look like.